customers nationwide are feeling, well, powerless amid escalating energy costs. See what they did there.
I see that.
Yeah.
Powerless, and yet the power is getting more and more expensive. Californians and utility users nationwide have been watching their power bills going up. I'm sure you've had the same experience. And the reason for this is, well, utility rate requests and approvals totaled $34 billion over the first 3 quarters of this year. That is a big chunk. In fact, that's double the $16 billion in rate requests and approvals over the same period last year. This from a report from the nonprofit Power Lines, which says millions of households nationwide are going to see higher rates as a result of these price hikes. The federal government says that residential electricity rates rose 11% from January to August, and that is nearly 4 times the rate of inflation. The increases are due in part to the usual things of trying to improve our aging infrastructure, and that's understandable, but AI is also playing a significant role here. And you probably know where this is going. AI data centers are incredibly power hungry, requiring huge amounts of electricity and water to cool the equipment. And many data centers are already building their own power plants, some nuclear powered, but that build out is still possibly years from completion. And what that means is the fast growing AI data centers are going to be siphoning power off from the existing grids, which means shortages, which means higher rates. I mean, it's not very hard to figure out. And that is to say, you're paying for the upcoming robot takeover.
Yeah. Progress comes with a price for sure. So what can consumers do?
At this point, all you can do is just roll with it. Most utilities will try to help you if you're having difficulty paying your bill. So if you are in such a situation, call Edison, call the Department of Water and Power and say, look, I want to be a customer, I want to pay my bills, but my bills have gotten too high. Sometimes they'll work with you. Sometimes they'll work out a plan to extend the payments longer. They're not going to let you off the hook, make no mistake, but they can at least get you through the hump, especially on days like today when your power use is going up. Beyond that, this is going to be a perennial problem for years to come because the AI industry clearly is not going away. In fact, it's driving the U.S. economy at the moment, and this industry is thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Funny you mentioned this. I saw on Nextdoor a group of neighbors saying, is there some sort of class action we can take against the energy companies? And they're saying, you know, I've lived in the same house for 30 years and I used to pay this and now it's here. People really, I know we joked about it earlier, but they feel powerless.
Right, and what you should do is make your voice heard. The Public Utilities Commission is there for this. That's not to say that if you complain to the PUC, you'll be able to change policy, but these folks will respond if in fact there is a groundswell of criticism about rising rates. That's not to say that the utilities won't stop asking for rate hikes, but if the PUC is aware that they're hitting a lot of headwinds on this, who knows?
Mm-hmm.